If there was anything to suggest, I would like to tell you, ladies, men are the prize. What's up? It's your girl Stephanie. Let's get right into it. Okay. I want to let you ladies know that we don't have as much time as we think we do. And the best way to be better is to just be better. If you got to take a class, if you got to get in therapy, if you got to get into the gym, if you got to talk to a man to evaluate you, rate me so that I can be better. If you wanted to date me, what rating would you give me? Or what do I need to improve? That will streamline you more than setting these erroneous standards and lists that nobody can meet. And I want to tell you that if you don't see it, if you don't notice, I'm gonna put you on notice that in the coming few years, there's gonna be a lot of single women, and it's gonna be really hard to compete to get a man or to get a husband. And you think I'm joking? People are studying our habits. They're studying our behaviors. They're writing reports on this stuff. And they're saying that by 2030 to 45, which is really not that far away because we're in 2023. And it seems like the half of the year is already gone, right? And they're projecting that 45% of women, and possibly more by then, will be single. And we're already outnumber men, so it's going to get even worse because you know why? Let me share. A lot of you women have a lot of preferences and a lot of standards. Now, there's nothing wrong with having a preference. There's nothing wrong with having standards. But the problem is when you start making these requirements that a man cannot meet, but he checks the boxes on most of them, but he has to have these particular ones that are deal breakers that really, it's probably not that bad. Maybe he's 5'6", or maybe he's 5'9", or he's the infamous bus driver. Then you turn your head. You're like, see you later, bro. But he actually meets the standards that you want. He possibly could be a God-fearing man. He's a hardworking man. He goes to work every day. He pays his bills. He can maintain his lifestyle, which is pretty much what you want in a person anyway. But what social media has done has gotten into the heads of women, probably even worse than Disney, all right? To have this picture perfect life, this picture perfect relationship that's catching the picture perfect moments. And actually, on the other side of that camera of yours, that phone of yours that you just can't put down, those people are taking 10,000 shots to get that right shot. That person has acne. That couple just fought probably before they got on the screen and looked so happy lifting each other on this hand. You don't know what's happening on the other end of your phone. It's all a perception. And if you're perceiving it as reality, then more than likely it's just a mirage. You think you see what you see, and it's a mirage. Do not get played out here. Because there's going to be a husband recession very soon. And you know why? We have our passport bros. And we have women that just won't budge on anything. that they won't settle, but actually when you choose somebody, you are settling. You are choosing. You are choosing to stop. You have settled. You have chosen him. So we have to really unlearn and relearn about our femininity and how detrimental it is for us to secure a good man. I've heard it on so many times that even a good man ain't good enough. Then who's good? Sis just married herself the other day. Now that's just a whole nother can and a whole nother show that we can talk about that on. But the husband recession that is coming up is going to impact you, possibly impact you to have children. You may have to buy that dog, that cat, that parakeet, little betta fish, have your little family that you care for. But if that's what happens, whatever. But if you do want a man, you're going to have to compete. You're going to have to be what he wants to buy, what he wants to choose, what he wants to pick, what he wants to select. And maybe that makes you a pick-me, but that's not a bad thing, because if you are already showing up as that woman, if you're already becoming that vibe where he sees you and it's not this false projection of what a woman is, you are actually that girl. You're actually caring. You're actually nurturing. Yes, I have a degree, but you know what? Showing my man respect is higher than my degree. Catering to my family, making sure everyone's all right, educating my children, that's higher than any degree. It's only paper. It can get burnt up in a fire. But what have you taken that you can transfer to your children and carry on your legacy? Because it's not for you. You've been educated to bring it back into your household to benefit for your house, not necessarily for yourself. Yes, you made that achievement. But now that you become one, or that a man has selected you, now is a benefit for the household. And we just get it wrong so bad. We could be further along by the degrees, by the smarts that we have, but we just have not come together. And I believe our men want to choose us deep down in their subconscious mind, like, I'm attracted to a woman that looks like me, that has the complexion like me. I want to have those chocolate children. But the behaviors, the attitude, the sass that was glorified back in the day just needs to be dropped. Sometimes as people, we adopt the bad aspects of culture. We adopt the cursing and the slang and all the bad characteristics, but we're going to have to drop that, because when it's time to transition to wife status, you have to put childish things away. You have to put single women away. You got to put empowered women away. You got to put independent women away. And you got to become interdependent. You have to give up. Just give it up. But it's so hard. You want to hold on. And for what? To be alone in your king-size bed in your silk pajamas looking over at another pillow, or a bunch of pillows, or other things that you use. We won't talk about that. It's not worth it. But to each his own. If you choose that life, then choose that life. Let's go to class and let me show you how the man is the prize. If you know anything about stocks, if you see that this company is a startup, everybody wants to get in on the startup, right? Because those startups, right, they have all those investors. Somebody invested in that stock, and when it blew up, it made the investor a great beneficiary. of taking that chance and investing in that stock. And now that investor's sitting nice and pretty. All right. While all the rest of us missed out and was wondering, how come we didn't get in on the game? The femininity, will get you there, or will get you close to getting in on the investor table. All right? So what needs to happen is that you need to reevaluate yourself as a woman, right? Because your inability to pick, like we pick stocks, your ability not to pick a stock, your ability not to evaluate, to vet, not to talk and see what this man is about, you're writing him off because of that he works at a as a bus driver, or that he's 5'6", or that he you know how we just be looking at guys, we're not interested in them. The fact that you're dwelling on that and not really getting to know who he is and his character and what he's about, you are kind of shooting yourself in the foot. And so with stocks, right, it's a long-term investment. And what's wrong with modern society? We want it, and we want it now. We want it in a fast, in a hurry. Fear of missing out. Okay? But we're missing out on the wrong things. We're not prioritizing the right things. We're not willing to invest and stick in something long-term. Hence, women want to leave early. Women want to leave marriages, and they don't stay in it, and they have children and things like that. So with picking a stock, you get in low and you ride the stock till it goes high. And then sometimes the stock takes a dip a little. But are you going to jump ship? No, because in due time, if this is a good company, the chart will go up again. That's how life is. It has ups and it has downs. But you will be beneficiary the more time you have in the game instead of sitting out. And the recession is coming. And if you're not invested with somebody, you're gonna be priced out. Nobody's gonna want you. Somebody else is gonna come in and take your spot because they were willing to do the things you're not willing to do. And even those that are in relationships with men, cherish your man a little bit more. If he's asking you to do certain things, see what he's talking about. Because I guarantee you, somebody is waiting to grab him up, okay? So that's a little financial class lesson, okay? In today's society, women are often told they are the prize, and we know that, right? However, have we considered that it's actually men who are the prize? Men have been the providers and protectors since time past. They are the ones who have faced wars, secured territories, and brought home food to their families. And we know that you ladies are bringing food home to your families now, and that's cool. You know, that's cool. But we're talking about the men tonight, okay? Men are designed to be strong and resilient, able to handle the toughest challenges. The physical strength and ability to compete in sports demonstrate this perfectly. We like a good, athletic guy, right? Wow. In addition, men have a natural ability to lead. Can I get an amen, fellas? Come on. Men have a natural ability to lead because they are more logical. Women, we are emotional. I'm emotional. Let something pop off. I'll be like, oh, I'm frantic. Hey, somebody help, okay? We're calling for help, and men are coming to help us. We're not calling on some other female to help us. I mean, you're calling on them to make more trouble, but to bring a solution, we're calling on a man. Let's face it. Let's tell the truth, okay? They have the strength to make decisions for their families and communities. And we are seeing that when we have taken the man out of the home, we're seeing that these emotional children, we're seeing instability, and we don't have communities. We don't have communities. And it's just very unfortunate because we can be so much further along as a people and so much further along as our families and thriving just like other cultures, other American cultures, meaning American, Indian, American, Asian, white people, we could be thriving. It's just really, really unfortunate. I'm hoping that you're really rethinking about the man being the prize, and that he is. Okay, I have some more to say. All right. In short, they are the backbone of any society. They are the backbone. I know we say that the women are the backbone. Yes, we are a support to him. We hold him up. We hold the man up. But that strength that needs to, the formation of the body is that spine. That spine is holding everything upright and together. If you have a back injury, you become paralyzed to your limbs. Your arms can become paralyzed. Your legs can become paralyzed. And where can you go? Where can you go? We need that backbone. We need our men. We need our men. So let us recognize, ladies, let us recognize the value of men and celebrate them as the true prize that they are. They're a prize. The man that's on the fries, he's the prize. The man that's a bus driver, he's a prize. The man that's a court judge, he's a prize. The man that is in legislature, he's the prize. The high value man, he's the prize. The entrepreneur is the prize. All men are the prize. And the more that we actualize that, realize that, we will start to respect our brothers, respect our men. And then they can turn and say, hey, they acting weird. They respecting us now. What's up with that? They're not crucifying us and saying I don't need a man and I can do bad by myself. I'm marrying myself. Is the man that bad that you got to marry yourself? Oh, no. And men will notice. Don't think they're dumb. They notice, okay? Very smart, very logical. And they'll, and like I said, let us recognize the true value of them, of the men, and celebrate them as the prize that they are. And I just hope that I just gave you some enlightenment in a more practical way, in a more feminine way, to see that the man is the prize. Whether you like this message or not, we have to deal in reality. That husband recession is coming because they're tired of the modern woman, the foolishness. I believe we can be a modern. We can be the modern feminine woman. What's wrong with that? Actually, it wouldn't be a bad idea because you would still be modern, but you know how to have that respect. You know when to fall back and let him lead. And I can still be nice and fly. And if he makes a suggestion, it does not take anything away from me. I still love my man. I still love my husband. He's just trying to protect me. He's just looking out for my best interest to protect the family and the community. Right now, our communities and our families are all over the place. It's like basically so minuscule, people can't even recognize it. People don't even want to be associated. People just want to take from it. We've been malnourished as a community. We've been extorted. as a community. So much taken out and nothing put back in, and whatever has been put in doesn't take root. So we need to change that, and that starts with us women. I know, but and it applies to the men too. Once we elevate and become better, we'll start being better together. And that's all we want. That's all we need. That's what we need, to be better together. That we don't have to be threatened by passport bros, that we don't have to be threatened by other women. They're beautiful as well. We all have our beautiful characteristics that are different, but we wouldn't have to feel threatened because we're on the same level because of our behavior, because of how we change, how we nurture, how we care, how we're supportive, how we're that helpmeet, how we're not letting our men go sexless, okay? That we're maintaining our beauty, that we're maintaining our fitness. And that attraction of that Black woman. Now, you heard it scientifically that everybody comes from Black folk. So to be at the pinnacle would be great. Make Black women great again, and that starts with us. So I hope I gave you some insight tonight. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, The Wife School Podcast. Love you.